Have you experienced spiritual warfare in a way that you are literally scared? You're fearful of moving forward with the things that God has called you to do because you know the adversary will attack? If that's you, that's how I am currently feeling. And I want to encourage you with the comfort the Lord is giving me. I recently went through a spiritual attack, maybe about 3 days ago, counting now. And I told the Lord, I am literally fearful of moving forward because one, I realized that every time you tell me to speak, the adversary is going to attack. And that attack was very traumatic in a spiritual sense, right? And experiencing it in my physical body in this side of humanity. But the Lord said to me, Sarika, one, don't be afraid because I have come to give you abundant life. I will give you abundant life. And that is John 10, verse 10. And a scripture that is lingering in my spirit is James 1, verses 2. And you could read verses 1 to 8. Verse 2 says, right, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. And then the Lord started to speak. He's like, Sarika, don't be afraid of trials. Count it joy. Don't be afraid of spiritual warfare. Count it joy. And I was like, Lord, why should I count it joy? Trials are a avenue for perfection. It builds your faith because now I am stronger in my faith, knowing that God will provide. God will always provide me a way of escape. I could have almost been in an accident, but the Lord provided a way of escape, right? I could have almost had a concussion, but the Lord provided a way of escape. I could almost not finish my assignment this past Sabbath, but the Lord provided a way of escape. That is three events are a rippling effect of the spiritual attack that the Lord provided a way of escape. So know that trials will purify you and will strengthen you and build your faith, and you will experience a God that you can trust, a God that you have assurance that He will always provide what you need and a way of escape. So count it all joy when you fall into temptation.